Hello, I have just put my last vlog live. So if you haven't seen the video previous to this, do go and check that out and it will explain this setup. So I have now moved craft rooms. I'm in my dining room. It might be a bit echoey. I have no idea. I'm really sorry if it is. And I wanted to pop on and say hello and let you know some of my plans going forward. So I have a newsletter. Had a newsletter for a very long time. Haven't sent an email since January. I've been unwell. I have excuses. I've been poorly. I'm currently, as I film this, 34 weeks pregnant. Pregnancy has not been kind to me this time. I have pregnancy sickness. I have gestational diabetes. I have pelvic girdle pain. I am not doing this ever again. 3 children is enough, I feel. So I've not had the best pregnancy in the world, and I have had to move out of my craft room to make way for a nursery. So I'm now in my dining room. See my messy garden. It's raining today, which has been very nice because it's been very hot. As a pregnant person in a heat wave, it's been unpleasant, put it that way. There are doors that go on here, but my husband is still caulking down the side of the unit. So we are looking a little bit messy, but it's okay. There are going to be photos behind here as well. We cannot put those up yet either. But yeah, the reason I've jumped on today is because I'm sending this video, as in my newsletter. And by the time you see this, the newsletter will have gone out 2 days ago, Thursday. And it's going out onto my YouTube channel on Saturday. And my intention is to get back to a monthly newsletter with a video in it, which will be a early release of whatever video is due to go up that week. I'm hoping to get back into regular videos. I'm trying to do reels, posting those all over the place. Probably sick to death of me actually. If you follow me on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, yeah, I've joined TikTok. I know it's quite scary. You're probably sick to sight of me, but anyway. If you don't follow me in those places, please do have a search. I am Stamping by Hannah everywhere. So, yes. So I thought I'd come to with a video. And I've got a crafty project. But I've also got... It's August. I've got 2 massive reminders for you in August. If you shopped with Stamping Up in July, now that includes if you shop with me, which some people... I have got customers that have shopped with me in July, and I was ever so grateful. If you shopped in July, you will have a bonus days coupon voucher for £4.50, at least £4.50. Please spend them this month, because if you don't spend them by the 30th of August, they will have disappeared. So you need to get those spent. If you've lost your code, your code should be in an email to you directly from Stampin' Up. Do let me know if there's any problems, and I will see if I can get it sorted. The other thing we've got going on in August, I've just done something talking. Interrupted by somebody with a little voice at the top of the stairs. I should be in bed. Anyway, so yeah, that's one thing. So if you've not spent your bonus days coupons yet, get them spent. The other thing is in August, there is 15% off all of the designer series paper, regular standard designer series paper that's in the annual catalogue. So that's this one. That's basically any designer series paper pack that is currently on the website, live on the website. Specialty papers are included. The website makes it really clear what's discounted and what's not. So please hit the link in the down bar below, in the description. There is a link in there to the shop, to the designer series paper. Yeah, check that out. Because it's 15% off, which is fantastic. And there's some fantastic papers in this catalogue. So, without further ado, shall I make a card? Okay, so, this is exciting. I've not done a video like this for ages. I have got, I'll just give you a quick look at the catalogue. This catalogue is much different from previous years. And we haven't got a nice page anymore with all the designer series paper kind of on it. But there are bigger pictures of the papers. So, each suite has got its own double page spread. And it's these papers that are discounted. So you've got this lovely, I've seen some fabulous projects made with this Mediterranean blues with those oranges and lemons on. Take to the Sky, to Market, Wildly Flowering. I love this, but I've got a bit of a soft spot for Moody Mauve, which I know a lot of people aren't a fan of. Full of Life, which is the suite I'm going to use today. Lily Pond Lane, Thoughtful Journey, which this card is kind of the inspiration for today's card project, although it's going to look nothing like this. I used the Designer Series paper, the Thoughtful Journeys Designer Series paper, so not this one, this isn't discounted, but this is just Designer Series paper. And it just looks amazing when you die cut it. So I thought I'd do something similar, but with Friends for Life. And then the Country Woods paper. There's 2 lots of papers for Country Woods, and I think they are both discounted. I think. Unbound Beauty, so it's this paper, but not this, that's specialty, but this is. And then that's it. And then you go into bundles and all sorts of other things. But if you want a copy of this catalogue, or the new September to December catalogue, do just drop me a message and let me know. I don't tend to send catalogues out too much anymore because they're really expensive to send out, both to purchase and the postage on them. But if you do want one, if you prefer a catalogue to checking the online store, please do let me know. Bear in mind, though, that there are items in the online store now that aren't in the catalogue. Stampin' Up! Do a lot of online exclusives, and so there's things that are available that are not in that catalogue. So, this is the Full of Life Designer Series paper. I absolutely love this. This is like a bit of me. It is bright and colourful and just gorgeous. Like the prints, and it's watercolour, and it's just lovely. And I spotted this in the catalogue and was like, that is coming home with me. So I'm going to die cut with it today. And what I want is, I think I want that piece. That's nice, kind of greens and pinks. And there's another piece that's got kind of green, like a green watercolour effect. That one just there. So I'm going to die cut with both of those. This is how I'm now storing all of my Designer Series paper, by the way. So if you've not, hold on a second, I've got a small voice again. So yeah, this is how I am storing my Designer Series paper now. So I have a plastic wallet and all the pieces going together. So if it's 12 by 12, I just put the scraps in the plastic wallet, but if it's 6 by 6, the whole pack goes in and then all the scraps stay together. So shove that back in there. Super simple. Then I have got the Friends for Life stamp set and the dies, and I'm going to pull out this die. I absolutely can see how much I love it. I've left bits of cardstock in it. So I'm going to die cut the leaf. I'm going to die cut it several times out of different bits of this paper, and then we're going to layer it together to make cards. I'm going to go off and do that because die cutting underneath this, I film on my phone, it's just a bit awkward. So I do that and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have been and done some die cutting, a little pile of die cuts. I've got the 4 of the leaves all die cut at the Designer Series paper, and I love the fact that you've then got this kind of variation in colour. If you'd just done it in cardstock, it would all be one colour and it'd be boring, wouldn't it? And it's so much quicker. So if you could absolutely do this with die cutting a load of white leaves and inking them up, which would be fabulous fun. But it's so much quicker to just use the paper. I've also die cut a little banner, which is looks like it's a bit painterly, isn't it? For my sentiment. I've got a card base in basic beige. I absolutely love this colour. Cannot get enough of this colour. In actual fact, this card, this is also in basic beige. Because I absolutely love it. Cannot get enough. It's fabulous. And I've got a basic white layer for the front. And I thought, because the stamps also have a leaf in them. So there's this leaf. Now, if this does not match the die, it's not like you're not going to die cut that leaf with that die. There is a die for this leaf. Let me find it. Ooh, there. So it will die cut out of there, but not using that die today. I'm just going to stick with the stamp, because I thought we'd do a bit of background stamping, because otherwise it's going to be a bit dull. So I've pulled out some of the greens and some of the blues from the paper. So I've got Granny Apple Green, I've got Shaded Spruce, and I've got Blueberry Bush. Why am I going to call it Blackberry Bliss? And I have somewhere a piece of scrap paper to do a bit of stamping off, because some of these colours are very strong. So I'm going to use Granny Apple Green stamped off first, and there, just to gently stamped off. I don't need to, the stamp doesn't need to be immaculately clean between each one of these colours. If you want to clean your stamps between, go for it. I'm happy with just stamping off a couple of times. Lazy stamper. So I'm going to sort of collage stamp these so they're over the top of each other, just to create a kind of a little bit of a background effect. I am using, by the way, the Stampin' Up! Glass mat, which is fabulous, but you do need a cloth handy, because if you stamp off your paper, the ink doesn't dry on glass. It's a fabulous surface for all of your inky techniques. I do believe it's still available in the online store. But yeah, you will need a cloth handy, just to make sure that you are not contaminating your fabulous projects with multiple colours of ink off of your glass mat. Ask me how I know. Yeah, so I'll move that out of the way. Get rid of that. And oh, I also need my sentiments. I'm going to use thank you, just because it's a nice, easy sentiment. I'm all about easy at the moment. I've had one of those days. I am sure if you've had children, or you have grandchildren, you're aware of the delights of the school holidays. We are in week 3 of 6 of my children being off school. I'm counting down the minutes to them getting back at this point, because they're driving me insane. So I'm going to use Blackberry, what is it? Berry Burst for my sentiment. I love these colours. These are like proper, bright, bold colours, and they make me happy. So I'm going to just pop that straight down on that die cut piece. And then we can assemble our card. So, keep it really simple. I've got one functional stamp and seal at the minute, and one that's not, and I need to change the one that's not over for one that is, but I just keep forgetting. And I think I've put my seal refills in a really high up cupboard that I need a stool to stand on to reach, and I am, yeah, at 34 weeks pregnant, me standing on a stool isn't the best idea in the world. So I lay out these leaves. Now I haven't put adhesive sheet on the back, and the reason being that I like them to lay over each other, and I like to have that bit of movement off. So they're all going to go on to kind of one. I'm actually going to need 3. Yeah, I think I only need 3. And then we're going to cover up the mess, or part of the mess, with the die cut piece. You see? Now, with this one here, a little bit easier because I used a bigger die cut piece to cover all that mess. I'm challenging myself today, and we're gonna do it with a little bit of adhesive. Now, for the previous card, did use some multi-purpose glue. This time, I'm going to use my seal, just because I can be more precise about where I put it. And it's not going to come squishing out the sides or anything like that. So I'll pop that one down first. And like, I'm really happy with the fact that designer scissors paper, when you die cut it, it doesn't sit flat. I mean, you can adhere it down flat if you wanted to. I like that. I like that bit of movement in it. So I'm going to just pop them one over the other. And all the adhesive is going in a very similar sort of spot. And then all of those are kind of going crisscross across the card. Now that does look a mess. That's fine, because that's going to go over the top and hide most of that mess. So I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals just on the back of that piece. Like I said, you could absolutely use a bigger die cut than I have done to cover that up, but I'm quite happy with that. And then these are the embellishments in the suite as well, and they are lovely. They are called Iridescent Faceted Gems. They sort of replaced, I did love a iridescent rhinestone last year, and they've gone, which I'm very sad about. But these have sort of replaced them in my heart. So I'm going to do a trio of those, and that is my card using some of that lovely designer scissors paper in a way that you might not have thought of. So thank you very much for joining me today. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. If you want a copy of my newsletter, just the subscription link is in the down bar below. And I will see you really, really soon. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.